on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
First down, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones gives this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd and 14.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st down, Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the bootleg, Jones rolling to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. So they don't get anything out of that completion. And I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards. They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 20.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. From the gun, Jones. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man here, Sims, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with this Washington 7, Giants nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next is Washington 14, Giants nothing.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is
Barkley hit in the boom, pops free. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 7, Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Jones now off the bootleg, on the move to his left, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he finds McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 37-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
This is miserable. Stop embarrassing us.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The open man is Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Jones throwing again. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for the ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. The quick hitter complete. It's Fuller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches at their 49-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 23. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run with McKissick. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
It's McKissick, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 21-yard line.
That's me, baby. Turn it up. Turn it up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Jones pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jones on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Jones to throw again. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
It's 18. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Guys, you can do better.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Caden Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And, oh, boy, as you can see, Terry McLaurin yet to hop back on his feet after that play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go right now. Let's keep going now. Come on, guys.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
3rd and 8.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the gun, Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Gibson. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Washington on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Jones now. Throwing on first down. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, New York.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. From the gun, Jones. And that's caught by Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Operating from the gun, Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. To try again after the sack. Jones, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Caden Smith, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The throw taken in by Sims. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Washington on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson, he will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's McKissick, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Jones on 1st down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
And the Giants first down.
From the gun, Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's second down.
30-yard line.
Throwing again, Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.